All right, so here's the deal. Over 12 million channels have been terminated in 2025 alone, and reports from late 2025 are indicating a rampage of AI-driven deletions, some estimating suggestions of high volume daily removals around 19 channels per minute being terminated in 2026. That's where we're at right now, guys. So, what's this video about? Well, it's very simple. We're going to talk about the YouTube monetization regulations in 2026, and more importantly, what not to do, because everybody is complaining about YouTube terminating channels unlawfully with no reason because they're evil and because they don't want anyone to make money anymore and blah blah blah. Guys, I'm going to debunk everything. I'm going to share with you guys exactly why these channels are getting demonetized, what kind of channels are getting demonetized. I'm going to go through lists of channels that are being currently demonetized right now so you guys can see for yourself what are the kind of channels that are actually getting demonetized, so you know once and for all what to do and what not to do, because everyone is spewing out such false information and they're just scaring everybody away from YouTube automation. Guys, it's so simple. If you just focus on the things that you should be doing and not doing the things you shouldn't be doing, this will never happen. I don't have a single student that has this issue. Okay, I'm actually going to talk about one student who has that issue. I'll tell you why they had that issue. We're going to go over that. So guys, I'm not going to waste your time. Let's go into exactly what is working and what isn't working. But more specifically, let's go over the stuff that YouTube has clearly said that they do not want to allow on the platform. And we'll talk about why. Okay, there's a current crackdown on inauthentic content. Okay, basically YouTube has updated its rules to target low effort, mass produced AI content, aka repetitive content, which has been defined to include, in some cases, inauthentic automated content. So when you see basically this kind of stuff where it's the low quality repetitive content, like you see over and over and over again, the same kind of thumbnails, same kind of scenes, that is low quality content. Okay, so definitely avoid doing that at all costs. Also, slideshow content. Okay, what does slideshow content mean? Well, very simple. AI assisted content must follow significant human value, commentary, or editing. Slideshows with automated, unedited narration or simply rereading web content are at risk of demonetization. So when you see these stories, these World War II tale channels and stuff like that, unfortunately, those are getting demonetized. Okay, you cannot just write a long AI story, put a voiceover there, and add 4, 5, 6 images to bring it to life. Now, I have a video on storytelling, but if you guys watch that video, I am very clear about do not just do slideshows, do not just do images. It doesn't work. I've always said from the beginning, you can do these ultra long form channels, but you must either create the content yourself or use AI the entire way through with videos and actual visuals that are matching what's being shown. Okay, so that's very different than me saying go do slideshow, go do, ultra long form content. You definitely still should. That's a fantastic niche. But look at this one. This one was doing tons of money and now it's demonetized. Okay, so that's just what happens. That's what happens. All right. Next one is deepfakes. All right. Creators must disclose when they have used AI to create realistic, altered, or synthetic content to prevent misinformation, particularly concerning deepfakes. So when you see videos like this, where it's like taking specific public figures and it's saying, oh, they said this, this is the message that they wrote, and they literally clone the voice of the original person, use AI to write the script, and then add a couple images or just one image and just try and claim like it was that person's message or that person's information or knowledge being spewed in the video. That's not accurate. Okay, that didn't actually happen. It's fake. And yes, I understand why they're trying to crack down on this deepfake stuff, because you could say whatever you want because it sounds just like the original person. So do not do that stuff. Okay, it's going to get you demonetized. It's going to get you terminated. We're also going to talk about the repercussions of this stuff. Okay, impact on channels. We're going to talk about AdSense, what to consider. Okay, we're going to talk about the whole thing. So make sure you guys stick around, because this is like probably the most valuable information, most valuable video you can have. Because again, if you just know exactly what to not do, it's very simple to focus on things to do. Very, very simple. Again, I don't have a single student that struggles with any of these problems, because we understand what YouTube wants, what it doesn't want, what's within terms of service, and how to get monetized and remain monetized for months and years. Building a sustainable business. That's all we're looking at. Okay. AI slop. Managing low quality AI content is a top priority for 2026. All right. So this kind of stuff is out. All right. You cannot, you see this not monetized right there? You cannot just post these revenge stories, these Reddit stories. You can't just post these videos anymore. You might run under the radar. You might be able to get that channel monetized. You might use a pre-monetized channel. You might slide under the radar. You might actually make this work. But here's the thing you don't realize, okay? You want to play with YouTube, you want to play with fire, you're going to get burned. I'm going to show you guys the impact it has on channels. I'm going to show you guys the impact it has on AdSense. I'm going to show you how one small mistake could mean you could never run a YouTube channel again. You can never run this business again. So it's your funeral, not mine. We'll talk about all these things. Okay. Now, the next one, my favorite, is political content. All right. If anyone knows me, they'll know I will never push political content. I'll never push anyone in those niches because they're garbage, guys. It doesn't work. Anything on elections or politics, deepfakes, AI generated news regarding public officials and ongoing conflicts, or health and finance, anything misleading, misinformation, disinformation. All right. Don't do this stuff, guys. Yes, you see views. Yes, maybe some money comes in. But what about the repercussions? What about when YouTube puts the hammer down and says, hey, I told you not to do that. Now you're going to get in trouble, right? So that's the crazy part. People they forget that YouTube has a lot of power. We are at the mercy of the platform, which provides us the medium to create content and make money. You got to play by their rules, guys. All right. So overall, we're going to talk about repetitive content. What does that really mean? Low effort, mass produced content. So videos created at scale using an automated tool with minimal human editing. So when you see these guys coming out with, I made a new software, a new SaaS company, you could just plug in a couple prompts and make a whole video from scratch. And these are just slideshow videos. It doesn't work, guys. There's only one guy, there's only one software right now that actually makes the cut, and that's VidRush. We're going to make some videos on it very soon. Noah Morris has created a new software. It's called VidRush. It's phenomenal. That is probably one of the best things that's ever happened to YouTube automation. Mad kudos to him. It's an amazing video. He's an incredible entrepreneur. And so that's the only thing that's coming out now. And I'm sure more iterations of that will come soon. But as of now, that's the only one of its kind. It's not even out yet, still in waitlist. But again, I will be making some videos if you guys want me to show you what it looks like and its capacity. I definitely am happy to do that. So just let me know in the comments below if that's what you guys want. Also, again, faceless YouTube automation. So channels that rely on templated visuals, automated AI voiceovers. So this is, okay, the voiceover stuff, it's fine. All my students use AI voiceovers, but we use quality AI voiceovers. Don't go to these low quality websites. All right, use 11 Labs, use Minimax, these are quality ones. But anything that gives you low value, repetitive storytelling, with every single video is the same exact thing, that's going to get demonetized or not monetized in the first place. Anything unoriginal, right? That's simply recycled, such as AI generated text or images with no added commentary, educational value, or narrative. So these like storytelling channels, which is repetitive, they're pumping 1 to 3 to 5 videos a day, doing the same thing. Unfortunately, they're at the mercy of getting demonetized. All right. Anything that feels factory made, right, lacks substantial human input, is at the risk of being excluded from the YouTube Partner Program. And that's just how it is, guys. I would love to say that that's not the reality. I would wish this wasn't the reality. It was fun, while it lasted. But it's just time to create higher quality content. That's fine. You know what that does? It actually hires the berry. And the higher the berry is, the better this opportunity is. If you just are not lazy and are willing to put forth a little bit more effort than the next person, you already have crossed over and have been able to now partake in what is one of the most amazing business models that exist, right? So if you are willing to just do a little bit more than the next person who's just wanting to smash a couple buttons and make videos and pray they make tens of thousands of dollars, you now have not that much competition because this thing just got more difficult. The more difficult it is, the less competition it is, the more lucrative it becomes for you. All in all, this is a net positive. It's wiping out all the lazy people. Only people that are willing to do some work are going to succeed. And unfortunately, it's not that many people out there that like to do work. So, all right, you still don't want to listen. Let's talk about repercussions. All right. And then I'm going to go through, again, a list of different channels that are getting terminated right now so you guys can see what's happening. All right. What does this mean for you? If your YouTube channel is terminated, you are banned from the platform, which means all other linked channels may also be taken down. Your AdSense could also be disabled, cutting off revenue for any associated properties. You're prohibited from creating new channels, and you're also prohibited from making new AdSense accounts. Any attempt to bypass this is considered circumvention, leading to further permanent bans. Guys, imagine you're like, oh, some YouTuber told me I could make political content and make a bunch of money. And you're 15 videos in and a video blows up and you get monetized and you have $5,000 sitting in your AdSense waiting to come out. And then all of a sudden YouTube's like, wait a minute, this is all misinformation. You lied through your teeth and this is not what we like. And then boom, your channel goes down, your AdSense go down, and that $5,000 or $50,000, however much is pending, is gone. You don't get paid out. Okay? I don't want to scare you guys, but welcome to YouTube. Welcome to, again, what it looks like doing the right thing. All right. So here's a breakdown of the consequences and how it has impacts you, right? So you not only could lose one channel, but you could lose all your channels. Okay, so say you have 3 channels, or 10, or 2, and one of them is a sketchy one, and one of them is a not so sketchy one. That's fine, you can play that game. The issue is if that sketchy one goes down, they can go ahead, and terminate all your other channels. Anything else that's associated on that same Google account is done. They also have a 1-strike rule. You think you have 3 strikes and you're out. Sometimes, and especially recently, 1 strike is all it takes and you are gone, and that channel's forbidden. And unfortunately, like I said, it dominoes to all the other channels. Associated accounts, right? Everything else could be taken down. And prohibition on access. Again, you will be prohibited from accessing or creating any more YouTube channels. If you want to make sure that you can never run another YouTube channel again, never run a business again with YouTube, that's fine. Go by all means and do what you guys want to do. You can listen to these other YouTubers who are posting and saying this niche and that niche, and risky niches, guys. Sometimes they say big risk, big rewards. You play that game. You guys go ahead and play that game. If you want to take that potential risk or the chance of making $5,000, $10,000 quickly, but also relinquishing your ability to ever run this business model again, it's up to you, right? So what are some of the repercussions for your AdSense? Well, very simple. They'll disable it, right? Loss of revenue. You're not going to get paid. Whatever you had there, you're not going to get paid. Lifetime ban. AdSense disables are generally permanent and based on the individual, making it difficult to use the same name and address for future monetization. Now, can you get another AdSense if you get it banned? Yes, but it's very difficult, and you got to know the right strategy. You can go ahead and do certain things that are obvious, like, okay, we're opening a business or something else. It's not that simple, guys. I know the solution. I've done this for students. I know exactly how to get around it. I can't say it because it's just way too much sauce. But if you really need it, just let me know. We can figure something out. But all my students are safe. If this ever happens, we know exactly how to circumvent that and how to get around it. So it's never an issue. And then risk to associated AdSense, right? So all of the sites, so you have any blogs or whatever else you're doing through the AdSense account will be affected and compromised. It's up to you guys if you want to. If you want to do that, by all means, again, it's your funeral, right? So what are the actions? You can appeal. Cool. That hasn't really worked at all recently. There's been a lot of cases of termination, and usually they go to automatic rejection. They say it's been gone through human effort. Human review really hasn't. It never really does. And there's only one way around it, which I know of as well. And sometimes that doesn't even work. And that's a very, it's probably the most foolproof method to get around it. And even that is not working, right? You're not able to create new channels. They'll likely be detected and immediately terminated. If you want to get around this, you literally have to have like a virtual hosted computer with a completely new IP address, a new MAC ID. You have to operate your business and your YouTube channel off of a completely new device or virtual device. You cannot have your channel logged into anything else that you have, your phone or your computer under your home. Ever. You have to always log in through a terminal to access your account, and you have to send your files through terminal to terminal. It's very difficult. You don't want that life, guys. You don't want that life. Like, you don't want any of this to happen to you. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys quickly what happened in my community. I had one case that, a student actually went through this. Then I'm going to show you the channels that are actually getting terminated. And you guys can see for yourself once and for all that this is not actually an issue. There's only a very select amount of channels that are getting terminated. And it's very easy to avoid this at all costs. So this student says, don't do what I did. Okay. Disclaimer, the setback I got had nothing to do with what Victor teaches in his community. Victor and the coaches are teaching how to do quality channels that are safe to run. I followed the advice of another community before joining this community and had a channel going on the side, a bedtime story channel. Probably what they did was call it an AI slop channel today, but really for me, it was just a low effort way of generating some small income on the side, providing content for an audience which really appreciated content, according to the comments in the video. So it was a good channel. It was good videos. It made good money. Okay. The YouTube channel turned out to be a small, low effort quality channel that did breach one of the newer TOS, the terms of service, right, for being monetized in their eyes. And that got the channel demonetized for inauthentic content. That was the first problem. Tried to appeal it, didn't go through, whatever, that's fine. And then in the meantime, followed the program, started other channels, which did generate money for me, right? So he was fine. So he actually had another channel with us, an explainer channel, blew up, made a bunch of money. So we did the right way, blew up, made a bunch of money. And then unfortunately, what happened, just to summarize everything, he then had both his channels get taken down, right? So now that he had one channel issue, again, the domino effect, hit his other channels. So now everything was compromised because of one decision that he made, which was listening to advice, unfortunately, on the internet from other people who claim to be, you know, gurus and experts in the space and saying, do this, is fine, it's fine. No, it's not, guys. Don't listen to these people who say easy, fast. It's not right, okay? So that's an unfortunate situation. We've found a way to circumvent that, get around it. It's not easy, but it's what's required, all right? And I'm going to show you guys some other really good stuff. But first and foremost, let's go through this. Let's go very quickly through this. These are the channels that are getting demonetized. Celebrity scandals, okay? Political, misinformation, breaking out, Trump loses control as emergency. Oh, look at Trump's behind bars. I'm sure that happened. Yeah, that doesn't seem like clickbait, right? Trump Israel ultimatum, final secret, China's final ultimatum. Misinformation, clickbait, serious clickbait, something random. Again, artillery hell. Guys, none of this stuff is happening. All these people are being used for massive clickbait, exploiting fear with misinformation, stuff that's like not accurate, just made up stuff with ChatGPT that's not even good. Every single one, guys. Okay? They're all the same. These are the channels. Like, this is the list of channels that are all getting demonetized. Some AI slop here as well. They're all the same. Celebrity and political channels. That's it. There's nothing else. And this stuff too, right? Taking channels of or videos of different speakers and political figures and then cloning their voice and making it seem like, and some stupid stuff here, making it seem like they're saying things when they're really not. Okay? It's all political channels, some AI slop, and celebrity channels. That's it. That's literally it. All right? So when people are saying, like if you go to Twitter, okay, and you're like, oh no, work hard, rapid growth, reach monetization, boom, your channel's been terminated for no reason. Cap, guys. Cap. Everyone's saying no reason because they're so butthurt that their channel got taken down. Of course you're butthurt because you tried to bend the system and you got caught. Of course you're butthurt. Everyone's talking about this. Oh my God, it's so bad. Guys, it's not that bad because none of my students are having this issue. I've had one student and that was simply because he listened to someone else. All right. Here's what it could look like for you guys. All right. This testimony just came in recently. So one of our students, he had actually joined another few programs. So he started January 2023, 2 years. He had tried this. He had joined 2 other programs, spent $20K in coaching fees, and actually it was close to $80K in video costs. So about $100,000 down the drain, 2 years, never made any money, like no money. Fast forward to today. Okay, it's New Year's Eve when he wrote this. He's now having a channel that is monetized, exceeding 100,000 subs in 6 months' time and making an average of $500 per day. Guys, literally, by the way, that post was 26 days ago. He hit 100K subs. He's already at 170,000 subs. All right, there's his nice plaque. Very nice. I love this guy. 79,000, almost $80,000 generated. And these are what his months look like. So going from listening to everybody else to finally doing the right thing, I told him, you have to basically unlearn everything that you've ever learned and relearn the right way to do it. It's the slow way. It's the right way, right? But 6 months' time, $80,000, I think he's on month 7 now, $80,000, basically all profit, okay? Almost 200,000 subscribers, a massive brand. He's had offers for brand deals for $20,000. He's turned them down to not compromise his brand. That's what this stuff looks like. And we have so many other students in our program that are hitting crazy, crazy numbers. Okay, like crazy numbers. All right, we literally have so many accomplishments coming out of this, and it's because everyone's doing the right stuff. Everyone's doing the right thing. Everybody, right? And yes, it may be harder. Yes, it may be more tedious. Yes, it may be more work. Yes, it may take longer. But if you want to go down this route, that's the outcome. And again, I also forgot to mention this, guys. This kind of repetitive, inauthentic content is the same thing as celebrity. Everyone's out here talking about celebrity this, celebrity that. You may get very, very lucky with a celebrity channel, but you're likely not going to. You're not likely going to be the person who makes money celebrity. I never let a single student do celebrity. I don't believe in it. I don't condone it. I don't have any students doing celebrity for a specific reason, because this content just doesn't work. It's isolated and exclusive for the people that have been running this business for a long time, have a lot of budget, and have a lot of risk tolerance, which most people don't. Don't do celebrity videos. Go into evergreen channels that actually are sustainable, that survive ups and downs, that can scale vertically. That's what you want. All right. So if you are tired of making every single possible mistake and are just tired of going to sleep crying, hoping that your channel doesn't get taken down and that you're making the wrong decisions, I need you guys to click the first link in the description to join our school community where we can literally come in here and hang out with us. And, we have whole free mini course. And if you want to avoid that part too, is still do it by yourself, you want to work with me personally, that's perfectly fine as well. You can click the second link in the description to book a call with me or my team, see if it's a good fit to work with each other. If it is, fantastic. I can help you, guide you to your goals. If you're trying to break financial freedom this year, you want to make your first $5,000, $10,000 a month online, whatever your goals are, it's perfectly fine. I'm here to support you. And if you don't want to, you want to keep consuming my free content, I respect that as well, right? So we have something for everybody. But all in all, I hope this video was valuable and hope you guys were able to take so much away from this, because I just tried to make this just value dense. So if this was boring to you, I'm sorry. But if you can't consume this kind of content, you want to keep consuming other fun, viral, fast-paced, whatever information stuff, just because you want to consume, be hit with dopamine, that's fine too, guys. But if you want to learn how this business model works, what to do and what not to do, then videos like this are probably the best things you could possibly watch. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, by the way, I didn't mention, all I've talked about are niches that aren't working. If you do want to see the niches that are working, there's going to be a video that pops up here or here. I don't know which side, but one of them, it's going to be the best niches that are working right now. I always update these lists, but these are my favorite right now. So go ahead and watch that video. I'll see you guys in the next one.